Good everyone, my name is Graphics. If you look at the left hand side of the screen, you will see a figure, and the question that follows this figure says, draw a new front elevation of the clamp, obtaining it by viewing the given end view in the direction of arrow A. From this view, project in third angle projection an end view position on the left-handed side and a plan. Now, what we're about to draw is an orthographic projection, and the diagram you see at the left-hand side of the screen is incomplete, right? So we have to complete it, and we're told to redraw it in third angle projection. Is that okay now? So the first thing you have to do is to draw your vertical line in this fashion. Draw the vertical line in this fashion, and you draw the horizontal line in this fashion. Hope you can see that. So when you've done that, now you now measure 10 millimeter above the Y and 10 millimeter below the Y. So this is what I mean here. I'm going to measure on my meter rule 0 to what, to 10, right? And I'll place it at the center point here. I'll measure 10 to the right, 10 to the left, then 10 upward and 10 downward. So with the help of my instrument, I'm going to draw it this way. Draw the vertical line here, and also draw the horizontal line here also. This will move and touch here, continue, then this will move, touch here, continue. So this is what I was expecting you that we are drawing out. Is that okay now? So let's move forward, right? Now we'll start. This is my first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and what? Fourth quadrant. Since we want to draw a third angle projection, the view that we are focusing on, which is the end view where my arrow is pointing, will be drawn at what? The third quadrant here, right? So I'm going to redraw that diagram here. Then I'll draw the front elevation here, and I'll draw my plan here. So let's start. Your measurement is taken, your reference point will be from this point here. So if you look at this figure closely, the entire length is given to be what? From here to here, which is 50. So I'm going to measure 50 from here. From 0 to what? 50. And half of it is what? 25. How good? I have my reason. And I will just draw that point down this way. Right? Then the entire height here that is given as 20 plus 18 plus 6. And that's given as what? 44. Are we good? So I'm going to measure 44 as my entire height. So 44 from 0 here, 44 here. Right? And I will close them up this way. I'll close it up this way. Right? And don't forget about the center of the figure. So I'll use my center line to show it this way. So we have long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So that's the center of that figure. Now if you look this closely, let's start from this top here. Right? I will call it the slotted and top fist. This is slotted and top fist here. And the thickness is given to be what? 24. So meaning you're going to measure before that you're going to measure before that you're going to measure 6 for the slotted face, right? Because from here to here is 6. So you measure your 6 from 0 to what? To 6. Can you see that? And I will draw my thick line to close it up this way. Is that taken? And the thickness is 24, as you can see from here to here, which will be at this point here. So I'll measure 12 to the left and 12 to the right. So it's always good to make use of your set square. So if I take my set square and I measure 0, this is 12 here. Can you see that? And I'll place it at this point here. I'll measure 12 and what? 12. That'll give us 24, right? Then I'll bring it down using my faint line. First of all, here also faint line. Now, if you look here, there's a curve here, we'll call it the fillet. And the question says we should use a radii of 4 for any fillet that we see there. So I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to measure 4 on my meter rule this way, from 0 to 4. Can you see that? And I'll place it at this point. I'll mark 4 here and I'll mark 4 here. Then where it meets here, I'll strike an arc. Where it meets here also, I'll strike another arc. So at those 2 points where they meet, I'm going to draw my fillet. Hope you can see that. I'll come here also, I'll do the same thing. 4 here, 4 here. Place it at this point, strike an arc. Place it at this point, also strike another arc. So where they meet, I'll do the same thing. Hope you can see that. Now I can now thicken the end, the two end here this way. From here, I'll thicken it to this point, right? And I can also thicken here also, this way. Now the next line you are seeing here is this line, and the thickness, before I get to that line, we should measure 18 from here first of all. So from 0 to 6, then the next one is what? 18. So I'll measure 18 from 0 here. This is 10, this is 18, right? Then I'll draw my thick line there, this way. So from that line now, I'll now measure 12 upward. As you can see, from here to here is 12. So I'm going to measure 12 upward. So from 0 here to 12 here. All together. Then I'll draw a faint line this way. First. So once I've done that, the next line we'll see here is given to be what? Thickness from here to here is 32, right? So I'm going to measure 16 on my meter rule. From 0, this is 16 here, right? And I'll place it at this midpoint here. I'll measure 16 to the left, 16 to the right. Hope you can see that. And I am going to bring it down. That again. I'll bring it down from here to touch somewhere around there, faint line. Then from here to touch somewhere around there, faint line. So I'll do the same fillet at that point too. Same fillet of 4 millimeter. So I'll place it at this point. Strike an arc, 4. Strike another arc, 4. Where it meets here, strike an arc. Where it meets here, strike another arc. So at that point where they meet, you get your fillet. So let's do that again. At this point where they meet, strike the arc. So this is where they are meeting here. So you can get the fillet here. Can you see that? I'll come here too. I'll go do the same thing where it meets here. Strike an arc. Strike an arc. Come here. Cut here. Come here. Cut here. So where they meet here, I'll have this. You can see that. So I'm taking it out. That is what we have there. So I can now take in from this point here straight down, taking from this point here straight down, then close it up. I don't know the thickness between here and here, which is somewhere around here. So when I draw my end front elevation, I'll be able to get that here, right? So what you do is we successfully drawn out. There's one again, which is the thickness of this hidden line here. Here to here is 14. So I'm going to measure 14. So I'll just take 7 to both sides. 7 and 7. Right? And you just take it down straight. This is my hidden line. You can see that. So let's move to the end elevation now and see what is going to be happening. So from here, I'll project this to the side, and from here, I will now measure distance from here to here, which is 50 plus 60 plus 20, and that is 130. And I'll measure 130. So from 0 to 13 is 130. Right? Then I'll take it up. Right? Then at this end here, from here to here is 20. So I'll measure 20. From 0 to 2 is 20. Then half of it is 10. So I'll just take it up. Then here also I'll just take it up a little bit more here. Now what I will just simply do here is that from this point here, this base line you see here, you see that it is the same line as this, which is this here. So I'll just draw it this way. Can you see? So this is meeting at this point here. So I'll take my compass and measure 20. We know that from this end to this end here is 20. So I'll place it at this point here. Then I'll just draw a semicircle here. I'll just take it to this point here. Can you see that? So this end you see here, from this point here, that is what is giving me this thickness here. Hope you can see that. And we also have another fillet here too, 4 millimeter. So now this is 4, from here to here is 4. Right? So I'll just measure 4. You can measure it on your meter rule. Measure 4 millimeter from 0 to 4. Now place it at this junction here. I'll strike an arc here and here. I'll come here also. I'll strike another arc here. And I'll come here, strike another arc here. So where they meet, I'll get this. Hope you can see that. So let me thicken it out. So I can virtually thicken from here to this point, right? And I can take this. This will be stopping at this end here. Also, we have a fillet here, so you do what you did here, you do it here. So let me just use my hand, but you need to measure it 4 millimeter. So let's take this to that point. Or you just measure from this point where they meet here, strike an arc here, strike an arc here, you place it here, you cut here, you place it here, you cut here. So from this point where they meet, you'll be able to get this. So let me bring it out. So I'll just bring this out here this way. Right? So I'll just do the needful from here too. As you can see that line, you see from here it is from this point straight down to this point. Right? And I can also thicken it out too. You can see that. Now the thickness from here to here, as you can see in the diagram, from that point to that point, you see. Let me just close it up. Do the same thing as this line here. So I'm going to thicken here from this point to this point. And the next thing we have is you measure 50 from here to here. So 50 will be from this point straight down to this point here. This is 50. And that is where I will draw this line this way. Right? The line will come and meet this point here. Then now come here, because the same length here, as you can see from the diagram. Then I'll just join this to this. You can see that? Then I'll take this from here to come and touch here. Hope you can see that. Now the next thing is from this point to the next point, that's the center line. You can see this line is the center line, these two lines here, this and this are center line. So from this point here to this point, I'll measure 20, which is this point somewhere around here. So from this point, I'll get the first center line, 20, from 0 to 2. Then the next one is 25, from 0 to 25. So those 2 points, I will draw my center line, right? So I'll just have this way, long, short, long, short, long. Here also, long, short, long, short, long. So that's the center line here. So we're not actually done. We don't know how to get this hidden line with just this. So we'll try to get it from the word, from the plan. So what you do is, we've drawn this, but we're not done with this yet. I'm going to place my set square on my t-square, 45 degree. Then this is 45 degree. Look at it very well. So I'll come, or just bisect these two lines to get the center line to get 45. So from here, I'll just draw a line this way. That is my angle of what? 45 degree. So I want to get the thickness of the plan. The thickness of the plan is from here to here. What will I do? I'll project the ends of it. So where it touches the inclined line, then I will now project that point away from there. You can see that? So this is from this end here. I'll project this up. Right? I'll project this up. So they're meeting here. How good? So this is the thickness of the plant from here to here. From here to here. Now the slotted face, the slotted and top face here, which is what you're seeing here, and this is what we have here. That is what I want to project out. So if I should come here, I project it to touch here. If I should come here, I project it to touch here. That to give me my slotted face. So I'll now project those two ends here, and I'll project these two ends here. You can see that. So to get the center, I need the center line. So this center line too, I'll project it to the front line to touch here. Then from here, I'm going to get these two. That's the center line here. So where the two center line meet to give you another center. So let me just do this. You see what I'm talking about? Do the center line here. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Right? So when I project this center line here, it's touching here. When I project the center line also here, touching here. Hope you can see that. So he said slotted face. So what I'll just do is to say the ends are what? You can see the inscription here. The end, if top of it have semicircular end. So if I should come here, this is what we have here. So I can just from here. I'm having this. Then I'll come here also. And I'll be having this. See, it has semicircular ends. Then I'm going to take it from here to here, and also from here to here. Can you see that? And we are not done yet. Then this point here is this point you have here, right? And this is the thickness of it, 32. I'll just project it upward to make things easier. You just measure 32 from the center. So from here, I'll project it to touch here, and from here, I'll project it towards to touch here. So where it touches, right, I am going to project it to touch here, the beginning. Project it again, it will touch here at the beginning. So that is where it is. I can just extend it more. So let's extend it more and extend it more. So I'll take in those 2 points there. There to the other point here. Hope you can see that. So from this end and this end is what we have here. So the next thing is I'll project here upward here, faint line, and where that line meets, where this meets to this, right? And this line here, where it meets this and where this line meets this, will give us what we actually want. All together. So it meets here, this line, right? It meets this here, and also meets this here. That is where I'm going to draw my fillet, sorry. So when I place it at this point, that's what I'm doing. I'll mark here, I'll come here, I'll strike an arc, I'll come here, I'll strike another arc. So where they meet will give me this. I'll come here also, I'll strike an arc here, I'll strike another arc here, place it here, semi arc here, place it here, arc here. So where they meet, I'll get the next one. Hope you can see that. So this is what we have here. So I'll just stick in from this point to touch here, and from this point to touch here, right? Then from this end point here to touch here, and from this end here to touch here. So I project it. Why am I doing that? Because this is what we have here. Is that okay now? So I'm having that. And what else again do we have? Now the next thing is this thickness here, this hidden line you're seeing here. To get the hidden line, you trace this point here. Right? That is our hidden line that we have there. So bring this down first of all to get the hidden line. So this is hidden line here. Then here also trace it down to give you hidden line here. You can see that. Now the next thing is to get the end here, this end here to here, you just project this point up here. So where it meets here, take a compass from this center to this point. Can you see it? Then come to this point here to get the next point here. So that point here, that is where the line is going to end. So here I already have this, and here also I already have this. So what I want to do is just to draw the fillet. You can just do the fillet. You can use your hand and use your fork, measure it. You just have this, and you have this, right? So I can close it up. All together. So this is what we have here. And the last but not the least here is this hidden line here. So you project it upward to touch here, project it upward to touch here. So I will just from here where it meets this line, draw your line. Where it meets here also draw your line. So where that line is, right, that is where I'm going to get what I want to get, right? This line you see here, you can't see it on the top, so it will be hidden line here. So I'll just draw the hidden line at this point here. This is how we have that, right? So it's very important for you to put your dimension when you are done. The way you see it, from here to here is 50. Do whatever you've seen there, right? You do your dimension is very important. So this is what we have here, right? You put in your dimension in. Very, very important. Very important to what? To put in your dimension. We know from here to here is given to be 50. So you do it all through your diagram. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.